Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy J-Man, and look, y'all, today we are back with another look. Y'all know the vibes. Before we do anything, appreciate all y'all for love support. We some road to 5K subs. Y'all make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for your boy J-Man so we can reach the goal of 5,000 subscribers, okay? Now look, y'all, I am finally back from vacation. The vlog will be getting uploaded at sometime this week. It is going to be a very long vlog. There's two parts to it. So yeah, that's still on the way. Now, as I was on vacation, I did receive some DMs from people, and the DMs were basically saying, how do I feel if 2K removes the stage? Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Boom made a post, and I guess it got attention because, she has connections with 2K saying that the stage needs to go. Now, me personally, I disagree. I think the issue is gameplay. And I've told you this when I told you this in my last video. If they don't focus on gameplay, if they're not dropping a demo, it's going to be bad. It's going to be the same. The engine that runs the 2A community is their gameplay. If the gameplay is bad, that's why a lot of content creators they stop playing. Gameplay is bad, they're not gonna play. They're disappearing. You see what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people are asking me this as well, because they talked about, if the stage, should that be gone? I'm telling you, I don't think the stage should be gone. Should Proving Grounds be gone? Yes. And I've already had a video out explaining why that should be gone. Proving Grounds is literally a meme. It's literally just like how bad Rec is. If you have never played Proving Grounds, you have not missed out on anything. And it's funny because 2K told the community that Proving Grounds is supposed to be where the good players or so-called elite players play. And it's the complete opposite. You see what I'm saying? But I don't think the devs are aware of that. Another thing I want to say, theater can go as well. The theater can definitely go. I feel like the theater has been a lazy product. And I know a lot of y'all about to say, like, nah, Jay, they can't get rid of the theater because that's all I play. Well, guess what? That's because you have chosen to just be okay with the low standard and attention to detail and creativity that 2K has been doing. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. The theater has been a disappointment. Okay, I don't know how some of y'all. I understand it's very quick matchmaking and you just get into a game, but even there's been sometimes to where you're sitting in the theater and you can't get a game. Okay, I mean, there's just so many things to where the theater was not done properly, bro. And on top of that, it's really not a theater. All they have is curtains with some like wallpaper that you can clearly see no type of creativity or detail to, and they just have saying the theater in the middle of the court. That's not the theater, bro. See what I'm saying? They could have done a way better job with the theater. Just like I feel they could have done a way better job putting more locations in like a rec scenario, right? Which again, by the way, I've said this before, I'm gonna say this again, the rec can go as well. Now, when I'm saying these things, right, y'all, they can always make something very similar, in my opinion. Now, obviously, you know, this is about a 97% chance of not happening because NBA 2K26, they're about to start dropping information within the next couple of weeks, as far as I'm concerned. So, you're not going to possibly see the changes that I would do if I had the opportunity to, right? Because nine times out of 10, 2K already has their game, ready in, a direction that they want to go. So a lot of things that I'm saying is probably not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? But the stage, it's a rumor because, like I said, Boom has connections with 2K. And I think I seen Demi talk about something with the park. I don't know. But we do know gameplay is atrocious, right? So I don't care what they so-called take out. If their gameplay is still terrible and egregious and unplayable and unresponsive, no, it doesn't. They can put 100 attribute ratings. If your gameplay is not, a connection, responding, right? You still have this slow gameplay. You still have this power by pro play BS. Then it don't matter what they put or take out in the game, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, yes, I don't like the fact that they focus on microtransactions. I don't like the fact that a build costs almost $200, right? But one thing that I really hate is how they did gameplay. A lot of y'all keep trying to say, I go on Twitter a lot, and all I see is, man, 2K24 was the best next gen 2K. And it's like, bro, as far as I'm concerned, 2K24 is one of my worst 2Ks I've ever played. And it wasn't because of the, pro play, things like that. Now, obviously, I'm not a fan of pro play, right? But it was the fact of how inconsistent and there was nothing just, you know, what is the word I'm looking for? Successful. Like, y'all can have a build, right? And guess what? Your build would work one season, the next season, now something's off. There was nothing successful on 2K24, right? And the game got boring very quick. You see what I'm saying? And y'all might say, well, that's when it comes to content creating, like, nah, bro. The game became very boring very fast. There was nothing to play for. There was nothing to grind for. It's just not me. Me personally, is one of the worst 2Ks. Y'all are only saying it was one of the best next gen 2Ks because that's how bad of the current state of, like I said, 2K25 is in, right? But I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna say this again for the ones who didn't hear me the first time. If they're not focused on gameplay, right? Meaning we still have this similar BS. Because if you want to be honest, 2K has been lying to us these last couple of years. When they were, like when they dropped the information for the 2K game and they tell you, okay, here's what's new, here's what, did they tell you guys, yeah, we have a slingshot, we have RNG to where, meaning, you could go, 5 or 7 from the 3 point line one game, and the next time you're shooting 2 for 7, right? Or 1 for 9 from three, because we feel we can't stop the cheaters. So we're gonna make you guys suffer. I can guarantee if they would have actually been straight up and told you all this stuff, like, yeah, also we're putting us, like I said about the slingshot, and they're also giving you the definition of what the slingshot is, meaning your team can be up 15, 20 points, and all of a sudden you're going to start missing wide open shots. Other teams are going to start getting a lot of crazy, rebounds and second opportunities and weird foul calls because we want the game to be close, right? I can assure you guys, if those things were brought to the community's attention and said those things straightforward, a lot of people would have said, you know what, I don't feel like I want to waste my time and energy playing NBA 2K this year. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I keep saying the demo. Notice this, right? 2K hasn't dropped the demo since 2K20. Now, me personally, like I said before, if you're new to this channel, I feel the last fun 2K was 19. A lot of you are going to say 20 because of quarantine, so I'm not really going to count 20, right? But the last time 2K had dropped a demo was 2K20. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2025. And this is why I also said I was very disappointed in the fact that GTA was delayed again. Because, and I understand that Take Two owns, or whatever you want. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Take Two and GTA is like owned by the same, right? Or whatever you want to call it, right? I get all of that, but it's 2K really has no type of competition. That's like, okay, we gotta really focus and get back to the community's, happy. The community is having that feeling of, basketball, right? And it's like, no, because they haven't, there's no other game other than Madden 26, which is looking very iffy. You have EA College Football 26, which I'm kind of nervous because I don't know. Like I'm seeing I don't want EA College Football 26 to be like Madden, gameplay wise. I hope you still have the burst, the speed. I hope you have a fast paced game on EA College Football 26. Now, I'm not trying to get off topic. I'm just telling y'all. My whole point is they have no competition. So that's why when I made the video saying GTA 6 got delayed, I was very, not happy because I knew it's going to basically let 2K BS again and not me personally let them focus, right? Now, y'all, I also had a question. Somebody said, J-Man, what if they get rid of pro play and things like that? How will you respond? Listen, I'm telling you again, right? Because like I said, I know when I was on, I told you when I was on vacation, I could ask me, DM me, ask me all of these questions, right? If they get rid of pro play, which most likely won't happen, right? Guess what? I still need to see gameplay. Y'all have to understand, gameplay is the problem. Think about it. Also, there's nothing to play for. And I'm gonna say this by the way, too. When we talk about how 2K has lied to us, once again, for the ones you're gonna say, nah, bro, y'all just want to find things to complain about. Let me give you some facts, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you some facts, right? Also, notice this, and this has been a problem since 2K22. Did 2K also tell you, hey, when you're grinding to level 40, the rewards that you're grinding for are going to be available at the end of the season, so you really don't have to grind for it. They didn't tell us that, but they told you in the little list, grind to level 40 for what? It's really not grinding, it's wasting your time. But this is what I'm talking about, when how 2K basically they've been lying to us, right? Because they're not telling you what you need to hear. They're telling you what you want to hear, right? But they're not telling you what you need to hear, meaning like what's really going on. You see what I'm saying? And this is why Mike Wang gets a lot of hate, aka Baluba, because Baluba will say things when a new 2K is about to come out, and it's like it sounds good, but when it comes to playing the product, you're not seeing it, right? And then you find out things are happening without letting the players know with the game that some of them spent hard-earned money on. Changes are being made that they have no control over, right? And it feels like it's a scam because, like I said before, notice how a season your build could ball. Now all of a sudden you can't play basketball no more in that build that you was just going crazy with. And I feel the same way about 2K23. 2K23 was a game that was just inconsistent. There was a lot of just changes made unaware, which made it a bad game. There was no consistent format of this is what the game gonna be about, right? What 2K25 has showcased, they don't care about gameplay. This game is, me personally, I don't think 2K25 is about gameplay. And I don't think 2K26 is gonna be about gameplay. I think they only care about, advertisements, the fact that they're the only basketball game out there, right? And it's gonna be similar to rinse and repeat. It's gonna be this powered by pro play stuff it cannot continue. I'm gonna tell you right now, any content creator that's saying, bro, pro play is not the shut the fuck up. Okay? Bro, we don't need this AI controlling your my player stuff. It's not a good feeling. Why is it when any my player that I play on feel like pro play has my player on a leash? And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being honest. Every time when I'm controlling, if like you get a steal, like I'm talking about a lane steal, and you're running down the court, it feels like your player is like he has a book bag on. He can't run full speed. And the guy's a slasher, right? With a 90 vertical. He can't run full speed because it's like pro play is making him gather and do spins. And it's like, bro, what am I like? No. And you got people saying it's not pro play. Pro play not the answer either. And I'm gonna tell you this also as well. If the W mode comes back, man, and y'all talk about 2K25 2.0, it's gonna you might just call it next gen 2, you might just call it next gen 8.0 or next gen 6.0. Because me personally, like I said, there's nobody plays the W mode, bro. You might as well just mix that up into just one, right? But will that happen? Most likely not. So when it comes to rumors about 2K26, I have no faith, no hope, and this ain't me being, like I said, just some mean person that just has it, just upset. It's just the reality, bro. I was just playing with T, right? And we dealt with the same everything that I tell y'all when it comes to gameplay, and I talked about the people when it comes to, your online experience. It happens every time I play the game. We deal with the same BS. Guards that can't score. They give us no center play. People can't play no defense. It's always, I always keep a basketball talk. Matter of fact, I was playing randoms and I had T. We was in the little party chat, right? And I go in the game chat and I'm like, yo, because the randoms, they like, man, why you go up with that take? You know how like randoms, they're trying to go in the game chat, trying to check you for why you went up with this take or went up with that. And I'm like, yo, that play would have worked with my slasher had you not cut, bring an extra defender. And they like, see, nah, you just trying to point the finger. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm communicating, telling you why that play didn't work. Because you brought a defender in my player's direction. And it's like, bro, you can't even communicate because communicating with randoms, they look at it like you're crying. And to me, I don't like if they're gonna try to check me about something, Let's have a conversation. See what I'm saying? Don't try to sit here and act like you the leader and hey, don't do that again. Like, nah, I'm gonna tell you why that happened. You're not gonna sit here and nah, bro, don't do that. That's not a good take. First of all, you didn't make this build. You wasn't in the builder when the build was being made. So how are you supposed to tell somebody how they build supposed to play, right? And then go sit there and say, why are you cutting? More like my build got a 99 driving dunk, but I got my player got the lowest three when I shot more threes than everybody on the team. See what I'm saying? So my thing is, if we gonna talk about basketball, let's have a conversation. But every time when it's time to do that, they try to flip the script and talk about some off basketball. When I say something that's possibly, because they want to talk about things other than basketball, I'm the bad guy. I'm the out of pocket person. Like, oh man, you content creators got an ego, but it's like y'all bring the ego out of me because when I just want to, fundamental basketball, you can't do it with randoms. You can't. Squad rec, same issues, the same problems. A bunch of trash people. And crossplay is another lie. Because last time I checked, I'm pretty sure crossplay was introduced to us 2K24, right? Why is it that every time when you go in the rec, they give you an AI? I thought crossplay was supposed to fix that issue, but it's like 2K didn't tell us the full truth. Or maybe people just don't want to play. I don't know. I feel like it's 50-50. But I feel like even when the game came out, there were a bunch of AIs. And it's like, bro, crossplay was supposed to cover the AI stuff. You mean to tell me you couldn't find a random on the game just trying to play? But like I said, y'all, I don't think, like I said, I don't think the stage should be gone. I think the theater and proving grounds need to go. I really want them to get rid of the rec and, like I said, remake it. And the whole meaning of rec is just a meme. Like when you go on Twitter and you see those memes, that's what the rec and proving grounds has turned into. You cannot just chill when a vibe play your part and win basketball games. You can't. That's like breaking the law with randoms. Communication, all hell breaking loose. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't have a conversation. You can't play basketball. How can you not play basketball on an NBA 2K game? Right? And then what get me is randoms like to bring up win percentage and they status. And it's like, bro, that don't mean nothing, dog. It really don't. Right? So that's what I'm saying. I need to see some gameplay. Okay. Now, like I said, if they drop a demo, I might be surprised. I might be shocked. If 2K26 has a demo, I might be shocked to say, okay, listen, maybe they actually focusing on gameplay. But guess what, y'all? Is that gonna happen? Most likely not, right? So when we just point out the truth and the factual, don't take it as, see, you being negative again. No, I'm being honest here, bro. Because we haven't had a demo since NBA 2K20. How many years ago was that? 6, 7 years? I don't know. Y'all do the math. But it's just the fact that, bro, the focus clearly ain't been on basketball. And that's why this game is on a downhill. That's why it's been on a downfall, right? But like I said, the only way that we're gonna fix that issue is if people start using their voice a lot more. But it's like the game is just tiring as well. Like playing the game just makes you tired. It's like you don't even want to deal with this stuff, bro. Because the game that I just left out of, right? And he's my witness. I'm in there. The guy was in the game chat. I wasn't even saying nothing, right? I'm on my slasher Nolo. He got 15 going in the half. We're still down by like 12 points. You got the PG, who's a grown man, on the mic right now. What he was doing was what I made a video about in season 2. Sitting in the corner, watching the team struggle, and he not doing nothing, right? So I'm not saying nothing until we get to halftime. I'm like, yo, listen, you got to start doing your job, bro. Because, like, they going to start doubling my slasher because he's the only one that's being able to score, right? And it ain't because it's because I'm having to ISO on my slasher. You know what this guy tells me? Nah, the problem is y'all don't know how to cut. And I'm like, bro, like, I made a video about this stuff in season 2. I told y'all that stuff does not work. Okay, it don't work. Matter of fact, the NBA Finals just ended. And yes, I was wrong. I thought Indiana was going to win. Unfortunately, Tyrese Halliburton suffered a major injury. Hopefully the guy recovers really well and fast. But OKC had a lot of players that could get a bucket, right? Now, and I'm gonna say this as well. Jalen Williams proved that he could be a number 2 option. This guy dropped 40 in the finals. He stepped up, had a lot of big time moments, got to the free throw line, got a couple of stops. He proved that he could be that player. He's a rising, upcoming all-star caliber player, right? He proved that he's not a role player, in my opinion. Now, at first I said, until if he shows up in the finals, that can change my answer. Jalen Williams showed up in the finals. He's not a role player. He proved that he could play, right? Now, somebody like Miles Turner, I thought he was going to play way better. But Miles Turner just showed you, me personally, that he's just a role player, right? Now, back to what I was saying, the PG, y'all. This guy was like an old guy. He just looking for back doors. And it's like, bro, what? I wasn't even like mad. It was the fact that it was more of a. It's been 7 seasons and you don't know how to utilize your build. You just want to use backdoor cuts. It's the fact that you think a backdoor cut is going to work every possession. And then when they start picking up on it, what are you now going to say? Oh, you know what he said? I got the most assists and we're trailing by 27 now. Right? And you know what he said after that? Well, I'm doing my job because I got the assists. Dog, obviously you're not. And what I hate about this stuff is the fact that a lot of people still think a point guard's job is just to get assists, and it's not. And that's why I told you even during season 2, I was like, dog, if I start playing PG again, I'm gonna be fine. My player not gonna suffer at point guard because of my mindset, and I proved that to y'all. But what do people do? To people that are new to this channel, they ignore. They act like it didn't happen, right? And the video is still up and everything like that. I made a whole movie about that point guard stuff because you had a lot of people talking crazy to me saying, "Oh, you talking about these guards, but we had never seen you do it." When I've done it since 2K22. And I did it last year and 2K23. I even had a troll PG building was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it was the fact that you had a lot of people out there, saying because I was talking a lot, they wanted to see me make a my player at PG, and we did that. And we was showcasing with my PG yellow, we come out there being aggressive, scoring the ball, playing D. We was gonna be okay. Not the best dribbler, none of that. But when it came to impact, it was there. Now it's been 7 seasons. You still have the point guards who just sit in the corner watching your team struggle, right? Throw you the ball, hoping you can finish an ISO play and claim they're being a playmaker. That's not being a playmaker. Sitting in a corner at guard, giving somebody the ball and hoping they can finish is not a playmaker, bro. It's not. Being a playmaker is you with the ball getting the defense to say, oh, listen, we got to respect this player, right? To where they're going to have to either help or react immediately to where now somebody's going to be open because, you got a player helping on this, right? But it's the fact that I shouldn't have to say any of this stuff because it's fundamentals. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all now, bro. 2K26, I don't really have no, hope for that game, y'all. Like, I really don't. And that's just the reality, bro. I just don't. Okay. I don't think 2K is going to. I don't think they even care about gameplay. Did y'all not see that recent patch 8, whatever they wanted to call it? They talk about some fix the WNBA referee number. Like, bro, what? Like, why is that in a patch notes? You see what I'm saying? You worry about a referee jersey or whatever they put in there, but you don't. And then you now want to put something about how proving grounds is you're gonna finally get VC for playing proving grounds, and it's like, bro, fire the devs. Like, they don't know what's going on in their own game. That should have been addressed since the game came out, season 1. But because y'all didn't play it, y'all had no idea that, if you play proving grounds, you're not getting the VC that you should be getting. Oh, well, maybe we gotta fit. Like, bro, why that low key pissed me off? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. They put the
J-Man.
What's up?
What you? Oh, you doing the video?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. You good. But chat, they put, and that's it by the way, y'all. They put the W ref jersey in the patch notes. Why is that in the patch notes? It's like 2K just put a lot of scribble scrabble on the patch notes and be like, okay, we did the patch notes. We don't care. That's why I feel way about I feel about the next 2K. They really don't care about gameplay, y'all. They just don't. And it's unfortunate. Listen, nobody can say, man, nobody ain't say, bro, I done made so many videos because I care about the state of 2K. Okay. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna like me, and that's okay. But I'm gonna say this: y'all can never say you ain't have people that try to fight for this game and try to say like what the community wants. I tried. I tried. Okay. But 2K probably done already made their mind up. And I'm gonna say right now, if the stage is gone, a lot of players gonna not play off that just alone. So I don't think they're gonna do that. A lot of if they get rid of the stage, a lot of players gonna be like, yeah, I'm not playing no more. Theater, same thing, but theater can go, and I told you why the theater can go. It's sign of late. It could be way better than what it is, just like how the rec. It could be way better. I'm not talking about the experience. I'm talking about the environment and things like that. The level of creativity. When y'all see my vlog, when I went to where I went to, y'all are gonna see some. I ain't gonna even spoil nothing, right? I'm gonna just let y'all have to see that. But just to know when it comes to the level of creativity and attention to detail, and this is a video game, 2A can do way better than what they've been doing, these, especially on a next gen product, bro. And these events have been lagging. The servers are still bad. Like, let's be honest, 2K26 ain't looking really good, bro. It's not. And like I said before, if there's no demo, me personally, the game not gonna be it. But we'll see what happens, y'all. If there's more information, obviously I'm gonna talk about it more, just to see what's going on in the 2A community. But other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all hit the like, subscribe button for your boy J man. And look, man, I tried to fight for y'all. It is what it is. We out, man. Glove motion out 2025, and I'll catch y'all next video, y'all. We out.